Hey, what's up everybody? Richard Gaming Guy here. So I want to do a little channel update for you guys. I want to tell you guys about some new exciting stuff coming to the channel, in addition to what I've been kind of working on here. So first and foremost, I want to talk about memberships here on the channel. Now, this is something that YouTube has actually been sending me emails, I feel like almost every single day, to offer to you guys. And I've been super reluctant, and I've turned it down time and time again for over a year now. And I've considered it, but I never feel comfortable asking anybody for money or, asking for super chats, tips, or any of that stuff. Obviously, I certainly do appreciate the support here when people do any of those things, but I just always feel strange asking people for that. So I've never been that way. I'm really not a great self-promoter at all. I just do content, and my thought process has always been, I'm just going to put out everything for free, and people can enjoy it, and that's that. And I have been super lucky to, be able to now do this full time here on YouTube, which I never thought, this was never my master plan to be a YouTuber or to be a content creator in any way, shape, or form. It's just kind of how things evolved here ever since I started doing videos 3 years ago, and things just naturally progressed and grew from there. So I've considered this quite a bit, and what has actually made me change my mind in the end is that, first off, I talked to some of the other content creators out there on YouTube that have been offering memberships to their viewers, and everybody that I talked to has had a great experience with it. They enjoy doing it. Their viewers enjoy partaking in it. So it started to open up my mind to this. And then a few of you guys actually reached out asking me if I would do a membership sort of offering here. And I started thinking, all right, if I'm going to do this, I want to provide value to anybody, and I also want to keep the costs as low as possible. So this is what I'm going to do. For $2.99 a month, this is the membership offer, and you guys do not have to partake in this. This is not going to be for everybody. I totally get that. I'm not trying to sell you on this. I'm just simply stating what is going to be available here as a membership on the channel. If you do want to add a little bit more support to me, keep me going with all this stuff, by no means do you have to do that. It's appreciated, but you don't have to do it by any means. But I'm going to try to provide you guys the most bang for your buck as much as I possibly can. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to provide early access to anybody that's a member, so you guys can see videos that are going to come out before they actually get released here on YouTube. I'm also going to provide you guys with behind the scenes videos as well, which I will provide something. Probably I won't want to commit to every day, but probably every other day at the very least. Knowing me, it'll probably be every day. You guys see how busy I am here on YouTube. I put out a lot of content on a daily basis. So what's one more at the end of the day? I enjoy doing this stuff, so it's not going to be an issue. But I won't say it's going to be every day. It probably will end up that way. But every other day, probably I'll put out some exclusive content for the members. Behind the scenes videos, it might not be a full form video every time, but I'll give you guys updates as to what I'm currently filming, what I'm working on. You guys will get, behind the scenes access to, stuff that I'm currently filming, what I'm considering doing. I'll ask you guys, what you guys want to see more of on here. It'll just be a more interactive sort of experience here. I'll also answer questions. So if anybody has questions, I'll be happy to film little videos answering and talking about certain things. So I'm just going to provide more exclusive content for those members. I'll also have, posts available just for the membership side as well. So there'll just be a lot more content over there that, isn't necessarily like mainstream content that I want to, put out to everybody and clutter the channel with. But for those that really enjoy supporting the channel and really enjoy the content that I do, this will be an added bonus for you guys to enjoy. So, I'm really excited about that. After talking to the other YouTubers that are doing this currently, it's definitely opened my eyes to the more opportunities there, and offering a little bit more to those that enjoy the content here. So, by no means do you have to partake in this, but it is a new option. Now, I'll do update videos, like I said, telling you guys exactly what I'm working on and stuff like that too. So I'll give you a little preview right now. I've been working on these two mods here, which I've talked about quite a bit over the last couple of months. This one, the T2 light gun mod, is completely done. It's ready to go. So I'm going to do a video on this very soon touring through the entire thing. I'll walk through exactly what I did to this because I didn't film step by step what I was doing during that process, but I'll give you guys the overview. I'll tour inside and out on this setup over here. It's really amazing. It didn't go, flawlessly by any means. I actually broke the first bezel. I had to get a replacement sent to me, and I do want to shout out SZABO'S Arcade. They were absolutely amazing. They actually sent me a new bezel in like 2 days. They expedited it for me. Just really, really, really great business, phenomenal customer service, very responsive, and the product was absolutely the highest quality in the end. So, and that was my mistake. I drilled 3 holes in the original bezel to accommodate the sensors for the gun for IR. That's what I have on here. You can see right here, I have both guns are gun for IR light guns on here. So this has the Chris Cool Mod 2 terabyte hard drive in here. So I have that hooked up to a mini gaming PC. That's what's powering this now. It's been fully modded. So there's thousands and thousands of really high-end light gun games on here, not just T2 anymore. I certainly have that, multiple versions of that, but I have so much more on here. I even have non-light gun games too. So really a great setup. I will, again, have that full video for you guys to see very soon. I also have the what used to be NFL Blitz cabinet and is now Indiana Jones at the Temple of Doom. So a lot of people have asked me about this because it's been in the background of my videos for like the last 3 months. And you've seen it in various stages of completion, and it was done. And then I totally screwed it all up. So what ended up happening was, I'll give you the backstory, and this is the type of content you'll get in the membership side of the channel. You get these behind the scenes stories and stuff like that that I, fill you in on that, doesn't necessarily line up with my typical full form content. But I'll tell you guys the story because it's the dumbest thing one of the dumbest things I've probably ever done. I had everything done. It was set up. It was tested. Everything was working beautifully. And I decided to go into the back side of the cabinet and tidy up some of the cables. Put some zip ties in. I had some stuff just kind of thrown in there because during the modding process, I was testing things out. So I decided to go in there and just clean everything up a little bit, make it look neat. And in the process, I removed the power supply cable to the back of the Arcade 1-Up cabinet. And I just kind of placed it over on the side of the room in the corner on the floor. And I didn't realize there was an identical or almost identical cable over there already that was a much higher voltage. So I tidied up the cables in the back. I grabbed what I thought was the Arcade 1-Up power supply cable. I plugged it in, powered on the cabinet, and I was standing in front of it looking at the screen, and it started to flicker a little bit, which isn't necessarily uncommon, but then it started to switch different full-on colors, and it just had like a weird sort of picture to it. And then I started to smell smoke, and what I should have did was unplugged everything right then and there, but I didn't. I turned the cabinet around, I looked at the backside, and on the backside of the monitor was like this little, paper sort of coating over the back of it, and it started to just brown up in front of me, and then a little flame poked out of the bottom. So I instantly, flipped everything around. Of course, the outlet was across, on the other side of the cabinet, about 10 feet away. I unplugged that really quickly. And at this point, it's just smoking like crazy out of the back of the monitor. So I pretty much fried the entire thing, essentially set it on fire by plugging in a much higher voltage power supply cable into it, without realizing. I just literally grabbed, what I thought was what I just removed, and obviously it was the wrong one. So luckily there's no damage to anything else, just the monitor. I think anyways, it appears that that's the only thing that, got fried in that process. So I just got a new monitor that I have to put in there. I was actually out of town. I was down in Greensboro, North Carolina for a day and a half or not even a day and a half. It was actually 22 hours I was gone for, but it was a long 22 hours. I was down there for AEW Revolution, Sting's final wrestling match, which was a blast. But yeah, I gotta put the new monitor in, and hopefully that's all I have to do, and that'll be done. And I was actually talking to Heckin' Steve the other day, who's got a great YouTube channel. Shout out to him. And I sent him a picture of, the cabinet all dismantled after the last time I talked to him. Everything was pretty much done. So we were talking back and forth a little bit about it. And I said, loved doing these 2 mods, but if I ever say I'm modding an Arcade 1-Up cabinet ever again, punch me through the face through the phone if you can, because like I'm never doing this again. And so we were laughing about that. And my next text to him was, but I'd really love to have a WWF WrestleMania cabinet. So while I'm saying I'm never going to do it again, I'll tell you guys this, another behind the scenes story here. I just picked up another Arcade 1-Up cabinet that I got a great deal on. It's a Mortal Kombat 2, brand new in the box. Somebody was trying to get rid of it last minute. I got a great deal on it, and I am going to fully mod that and do a WWF WrestleMania classic arcade wrap on there. So it's going to basically no longer be a Mortal Kombat 2. It's going to be a WWF WrestleMania cabinet. So, and this was all like literally the same day that I was telling him I'll never do another one of these mods ever again. So one more mod coming down the line very soon. I got to talk to Escape Pod, who did the graphics for the Indiana Jones cabinet. They did a phenomenal job on it, so I want them to do the graphics for the new Arcade 1-Up mod, and that will be my final one because I'm running out of space here. And you can see actually in this video, I changed up my little studio space a little bit here. So I actually have two filming locations. I have my regular one in front of my 75-inch screen. That's where I do my live streams. And then I just added this whole setup here. So I've got T2 over here. I'm going to have like a little end table over here next to the couch. I've got the Telecaster behind me. I've got some paintings and stuff like that here. So changing it up a little bit, keeping it exciting for you guys, also for me. I've got room for one more cabinet here. It's going to be the WrestleMania one. So it'll be T2, WrestleMania, Indiana Jones, and then my virtual Indiana Jones pinball machine is going to go down the end. So it's all finally coming together, but this is the type of content you'll get, you know, if you decide to do a membership here on the channel. It'll be a lot of this sort of behind the scenes talks and updates and, you know, fun little videos that, you know, you won't get on the rest of the regular channel here. So stay tuned for all of that. Probably at the time of me releasing this video, that'll all be available. And I've got some cool little, I guess they call them stickers here as well. So you'll get actually different icons for your membership and stuff. So you can actually bring those into the live chat. And it's just like a cool little added bonus as well. So I'm learning about all this stuff from YouTube myself now. So stay tuned. The memberships will probably be a pretty cool and exciting way to further engage here on the channel. But, you know, no pressure or anything like that. But just wanted to bring it to your attention, give you guys an update in the process, and tell you some dumb stories about me blowing up cabinets over here. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for the support as always. Really appreciate it. You guys know the deal. Thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it today. Please hit subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date for all future videos. And check back for the membership information. It should be available in the next day or so. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.